After an effort that spanned the globe, the city raised its new flag in September. The flag is a compilation of several designs that incorporates important symbolism that was highlighted by the public and experts during the almost 2-year process. The economy of Pocatello continued its upward trend in 2017 with 2 substantial groundbreakings. The North Gate project, east of I-15 and the Siphon Interchange, will be a walkable community adding thousands of jobs, as well as homes, a technology park, and a shopping district. Additionally, the Federal Bureau of Investigation's facility is adding roughly 300 jobs, bringing the FBI office in the Gate City close to the same size as their Boston and Salt Lake City field office. Also in economic development, Great Western Malting wrapped up their multi-million-dollar expansion in Pocatello, and the new Fairfield Inn opened for business off the Center Street exit.
The Pocatello Police Department received a grant from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration for seatbelt enforcement. The grant funds overtime for officers assisting during the enforcement period, as well as the purchase of a message board to raise awareness. In October, Idaho Central Credit Union donated a former Green Machine Jeep to the department, which will be refurbished for the DARE program. The Investigations Division received a commendation from the Gresham, Oregon Police Task Force for their help on a cold case. Officers' work was crucial in solving the case and making the arrest of the suspect who had relocated to Pocatello.
The Pocatello Fire Department responded to more than 8,000 calls in fiscal year 2017, up nearly 7% from 16. During the year, firefighters participated in 2 learn and burn exercises. The events allow crews to get valuable live fire experience in a controlled but realistic setting while maintaining a high level of safety. The training was put to a test by 2 major fires in 2017. Shortly after the 4th of July, a wildfire was started by illegal fireworks near Bitterroot Drive. Due to the conditions, the fire rapidly threatened all the homes on Bitterroot Drive. Firefighters were able to contain the fire, but not before it destroyed one home and severely damaged another. In November, a fire started at the Safe Haven facility on Terry Street. Through the quick actions of the facility and firefighters, all 49 residents were evacuated to safety. The response to the incident was a cooperative effort involving multiple departments. The Pocatello Regional Transit provided buses that sheltered and transported victims and provided a rehabilitation area for firefighters. Pocatello police officers secured the perimeter, provided a safe area for responders to operate. The Street Operations Department supported the event by refueling trucks and supplying barricades. The Water Department ensured that fire operations had adequate water to fight the blaze.
This summer, the Sanitation Department doubled the number of containers available through the Partners in Pride program. The effort allowed residents to use a free dumpster to help with projects which may require greater than usual trash service. The Partners in Pride containers can be reserved on a first-come, first-served basis. The Science and Environmental Division, with help of students from Utah State University's Department of Landscape Architecture, Idaho State University faculty, and other local organizations, showed residents what the future could hold for the Portneuf River in the city. The group presented more than a dozen concepts for river restoration and rehabilitation at an open house in November. The comments at the open house have been incorporated into a final report that will be available at river.pocatello.us in early 2018. 2017 was a record-breaking year for the Street Operations Department, with more than 40 miles of road treated during the annual pavement management program. The department implemented the Automated Traffic Signal Performance Measures software developed by Purdue University and Utah Department of Transportation. The software allows staff to react quickly to changing traffic conditions and modify signal times to help motorists travel around the city more efficiently. Street Operations also started the Clean Up Pocatello program. This public awareness campaign educates the public about proper grass clippings and yard waste disposal so less ends up on the city streets and in the storm drains. In addition to providing support for many city departments, the Engineering Department saw the Lewis Street Bridge replaced in 2017. The new 61-foot structure replaces the bridge that was built in 1948 and was funded through city and federal sources. Water Department crews were able to replace 2 miles of water main lines in 2017. Crews also completed Phase 2 and 3 of the Johnny Creek Pressure Improvement Project. The phases included the installation of a 750-gallon surge tank as well as 2 pressure-regulating valve stations. This past fall, the Water Department was awarded Best of Show in the Water Taste Test competition at the American Water Works Association's Regional Conference. By taking the Best of Show title, we are eligible to compete at the National Conference in June 2018. At the Water Pollution Control Facility, Phase 1 of the Total Phosphorus Removal Project was completed, with the new filtration facility being commissioned in April. The process uses bacteria and filters to remove the phosphorus from the incoming water.
It was another record-setting year for Pocatello Regional Airport. Passenger departures and arrivals increased by more than 10% for the second consecutive year, bolstered by the addition of a third Sunday flight to Salt Lake City in October. As part of the Federal Aviation Administration Capital Improvement Program, 2 new taxiways were built, removing the old connection to the runway. Airport staff coordinated with the Transportation Security Administration to install an advanced imagery technology machine at the passenger screening checkpoint. The new AIT reduces screening time significantly, especially for anyone with metal implants. This year, Driscoll Tape LLC entered into a lease for the former Idaho Accelerator facility. The company has spent more than $1 million on improvements to the city-owned facilities to create a high-compression hay baling operation.
Pocatello Regional Transit celebrated its 35th year as a city department this past year. In 2017, PRT purchased 6 new buses for the rural program, retiring 6 others that had over 300,000 miles apiece. Thanks to our dedicated maintenance team, PRT was able to double the federal useful life expectancy of the vehicles. Along with the rest of our fleet, and despite a few snow days, an eclipse, and a change to our services, PRT provided just over 290,000 passenger trips during the year.
In 2017, Pocatello Animal Services partnered with PetSmart Charities to have 2 kennels with cats and kittens available for adoption at the business. PetSmart staff help take care of the pets, while Animal Service volunteers provide additional support. During the holidays, the department held its first annual Kongmas Toy Drive. Residents donated over 100 toys to homeless pets staying at the shelter. The toys are a vital part of enrichment for animals at the shelter and helps them cope with shelter life.
Thanks to a $30,000 grant from the Friends of the Marshall Public Library, new shelving was installed at the library. These new shelves allowed for the relocation of some collections at the facility, as well as the expansion of the adult collections. In October, the library joined the EBSCO Hobbies and Crafts Reference Center. This database allows library patrons to access nearly 2,000 magazines and books, as well as over 700 videos related to their interests.
The Information Technology Department continued its efforts to educate city staff on the best cybersecurity practices. We were successful in reducing the click rate on email phishing scams from 26% down to 5%. The department also contracted with the Multi-State Information Sharing and Analysis Center to perform a vulnerability assessment of the city's network, and were able to identify and correct areas that were considered at risk. The city server room and uninterrupted power supply were upgraded, enabling the department to install new switches that support the ever-increasing demands on our networks.
The Planning and Development Services Department had a very busy 2017, processing a large number of land use applications for a variety of development. Also, through the city's Community Development Block Grant funding, new sidewalk, curb, and gutter were built along Frederick-Gill Road. With this same funding source, the city purchased property on which NeighborWorks Pocatello is building new infill homes. Sites on Jason Avenue and Wilson Avenue will result in 4 new, affordable infill homes.
In the Parks and Recreation Department, 2017 saw professional-level disc golf come to the East Fork Mink Creek Nordic Center. Named the Sunrise Lions Disc Golf Complex and built through a partnership with the Sunrise Lions Club and Portneuf Health Trust, the 36-hole complex uses the existing trails as fairways and is free to the public. At Caldwell Park, a reflection garden was installed at no cost to the city through a public-private partnership with Mrs. Janet Schubert and the College Neighborhood Association. The garden includes a bubbler water feature, ADA accessible walkways, benches, trees, ambient lighting, and a plaque honoring Dr. William Schubert. Through a $10,000 IF grant, the College Neighborhood Association and NeighborWorks Pocatello turned Caldwell Park into a winter wonderland. The lights were installed in mid-November and in use throughout the holiday season. Zoo Idaho saw the first phase of the entrance landscaping project completed with the help of the Parks and Street Operations departments. At the Community Recreation Center, a new state-of-the-art sport court floor was put down in the multipurpose gym. The new floor was purchased through a grant from Basic American Foods Giving Program and donations from local residents, and features permanent basketball court markings as well as a pickleball court overlay. New glass backboards and breakaway hoop systems were also installed.